Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to the Imperial Balloons channel, where we strive to make you feel like royalty during all your special occasions. Wow, it's been so long since I said this intro because I have been MIA, you guys. But in the meantime, we did hit 2,000 subscribers on this channel, so I want to thank you guys for your continued support, even though I have been slacking so bad. Business has been really good, so it has been hard to focus on making content, especially because it's still just me running this business. So yeah, but I am back, you guys. I have a couple of setups that I'm going to share in the coming weeks, and I have a bunch of setups coming up at the end of June and July as well. So I'm gonna try my best to film every single one of them and upload a video for you guys. So today's setup was a 30th birthday party, and the client really wanted the balloons to match the theme of the house. The house was absolutely gorgeous, by the way, just very pretty, decorated to the T. So yeah, it was really nice to kind of get free range with the colors. So I decided to go for Sempertex white sand, reflex gold, and black, and then I also used black stuffed inside of rust orange by Kalisan. Another thing that I liked about the house and the way it was set up was all of the greenery. You can see it in the background. They had a lot of acres of just such beautiful greenery, so I decided to add a little bit of green in there as well as a detail. Yeah, so I'm not sure that I got it on camera, but I hope that I can show you guys what I did with that. This was also one of my first bigger setups of 2024. To be honest with you guys, the last quarter of 2023 was disastrous for my business. I barely had any bookings, and then the beginning of 2024 was a little bit slow as well. So when I got to this booking, you guys, I was so rusty. I felt like I didn't know what I was doing. I just struggled a little bit to get back into the groove of things. But overall, I do think that it came out very, very nice. And as you can see here, the garland on the left is pretty much done. I didn't want to make it too big because I had limited space to set up, because people still had to be able to get through that back door, and then I also didn't want to block the pathway to the dining table that you see. I'm also going to insert a picture of the mock-up that I made for this setup, and then you guys can tell me if I nailed it or not in the comment section. So at this point, I am going to go ahead and start building on the right side of the garland, and I wanted that to be a little bit higher because I'm going to put the marquee numbers on that side, and then I also wanted to be able to have some nice balloons behind the marquee as well. I feel like that is definitely key if you are doing marquee numbers. I feel like marquee numbers without balloons at the back of them, it's just too plain for my liking. One thing that I always advise to use with marquee numbers is those IKEA lamps that you see in the background. You can see them sitting on the floor on the right side of the garland, because it's so easy to build like a little balloon wall with these. Don't get me wrong, you could just tie the balloons to the marquee numbers using various methods as well, but I rent these from a vendor, so I don't like to put too much stuff on there. So if I can use the IKEA lamps, that's what I prefer to do. I also recommend using a dimmer with these marquee numbers. You can get those off Amazon probably. I'll try to put a link in my bio, but because the light can be very, very bright, it could look a little bit weird in pictures sometimes. So if you have a dimmer, you can kind of soften the brightness of the bulbs on the marquee numbers, and honestly, that is a game changer as well. So at this point, I'm just going to continue to build the balloons at the back of the marquee numbers, again using the IKEA lamps to make like a structure, and it's basically just going to be a little balloon wall behind that. I wasn't doing anything too interesting, honestly, because I said it was my first gig, or my first bigger gig after a while, so I just wanted to get back into the groove of things and, you know, touch some balloons again and have fun with it, but keeping it simple at the same time. So that's what I'm doing right here. And then I'm just gonna attach my 5 inches at the end. And then I also had a welcome sign to do. I'm gonna try to insert pictures of that as well. And then I did some table decorations as well, just simple helium balloons. Again, nothing too crazy. I was just really happy and felt really blessed to be able to get back to work basically. So yeah, I didn't do anything too crazy. I just had fun with it and enjoyed myself, and the client was very much thrilled as well. And she actually booked me for a corporate event a couple of weeks later, so that was really nice as well. And then I don't think I got this on camera, but I also added some jumbo helium balloons in the back of the setup as well. And then I did not like the regular string, but I took like this, it was kind of like some leaves, I guess, that I used as the string. I'm gonna put up a picture so you guys can see what I mean. And that was definitely Balloons by Lee inspired. She's still my favorite balloon artist out there, so yeah, shout out to her. And that is about it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. You can find me on all social media platforms at imperialballoons.ac. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.